Hello friends, I am Chetan Singhadi. You are watching lecture series of subject of cloud infrastructure and services. Today we are going to discuss what is load balancing in cloud. So let us understand what is load balancing. Load balancing can be defined as the process of task distribution among multiple computers to get optimal resource utilization and to reduce computation time. As you can see in this figure, there is one user and there are some group of servers. In between there is a load balancer. So as per the definition, it is the process of task distribution. So load balancer is doing task distribution amongst the multiple computers to get optimal resource utilization. So friends, this is what load balancing. Another aspect of load balancing is the most important to achieve effective resource sharing and utilization. Cloud load balancing is the process of distributing workloads and computing resources in a cloud computing environment. Also, it allows enterprises to manage application or workloads on demand by allocating resources among multiple computers, networks or servers. The technology used to distribute service requests to resource is called a load balancing, and it is implemented in hardware. For example, Google, Amazon, Microsoft experience millions of hits per day. Across the web, a wide range of network traffic requirements are there. Now, to handle such web requests, the sites use a technique known as load balancing to share the request across multiple servers. In general, load balancing algorithm can be divided into following three types. First one is centralized approach, second one is distributed approach, and third one is mixed approach. Let us understand centralized approach. In this approach, single node is responsible for managing the distribution within whole system. So this is what centralized approach of load balancing. Next one is distributed approach. In this approach, each node independently builds its own load vector by collecting the load information of other nodes. Decisions are made locally using local load vectors. This approach is more suitable for widely distributed systems such as cloud computing. So friends, this is what distributing approach of load balancing. Let us understand what is mixed approach of load balancing. A combination between the two approaches to take advantages of each approach is called mixed approach. Load balancing is an optimization technique. It can be used to increase utilization and throughput, lower latency, reduce response time and avoid system overloads. So this is what mixed approach in load balancing. We would like to see the following network resources can be load balanced. For example, network interfaces services such as DNS, FTP, HTTP. Next one is connection through intelligence switches, then processing through computer systems and storage resources, and at the last access to application instances. So these are the following network resources can be used or we can say it can be balanced in a load balancing of cloud computing. We will also like to see without load balancing what will happen in cloud computing. So first, it is very difficult to manage the resources. Provide necessary redundancy to make system reliable through managed redirection. It is also provide fault tolerance when coupled with a failover mechanism. So this is what these things are going on if you are not doing load balancing in cloud computing. In load balancing, there are matrices which can be used. For example, throughput, overhead, fault tolerance, migration time, response time, resource utilization, scalability, and performance. Now let us see what is throughput. Throughput is used to calculate the number of tasks where execution has been completed. It should be high to improve the performance of the system. Next matrix is overhead. It determines the amount of overhead involved while implementing a load balancing algorithm. It is composed of overhead due to movement of task, interprocessor and interprocess communications. This should be minimized so that a load balancing technique can be worked efficiently. So this is what overhead. Next one is fault tolerance. Fault tolerance is the ability of an algorithm to perform uniform load balancing in spite of arbitrary node or link failure. The load balancing should be a good fault tolerance technique. This is what a fault tolerance. Next one is migration time. Migration time is the time to migrate the jobs or resources from one node to another. It should be minimized in order to enhance the performance of the system. Next one is response time. Response time is the amount of time taken to respond by the particular load balancing algorithm in a distributed system. This parameter should be minimized. Next one is resource utilization. Resource utilization is used to check the utilization of the resources. It should be optimized for efficient load balancing. Next one is scalability. Scalability is the ability of an algorithm to perform load balancing from a system with any finite number of nodes. This matrices should be improved. Next one is performance. A performance is used to check the efficiency of the system. This has to be improved at a reasonable cost. For example, reduce task response time while keeping acceptable delays. Now at the last note of load balancing, in a cloud computing, load balancing is required to distribute the dynamic local workload evenly across all the nodes. It helps to achieve a high user satisfaction and resource utilization ratio, ensuring an efficient and fair allocation of every computing resources. So friends, this is what load balancing and its matrices. I hope in this video lecture you will get understand the basic concepts of load balancing in cloud computing. Thank you all.